Yo, what's up guys, welcome back to the channel. For this week's video, I will be changing up my format a little bit. For my last two videos, I've done time lapses of me drawing on my tablet, but I wanted to switch things up and show you how I sketch on regular paper. I also kind of want to step away from drawing anime characters and try drawing some real people. Recently, there's been a lot of hype for the new ESPN documentary, The Last Dance, and as a Chicago native and a Chicago Bulls fan, I've also been anticipating this release. So for this week's video, I will be attempting to draw Michael Jordan. This is going to be good practice for me since I usually don't do too many real people because it's harder than drawing anime and I'm not too good at it yet. Hopefully it comes out halfway decent, because if not, I probably won't upload this video. Alright, so the first thing I'm going to do here is make an outline of all the main features on the face. These outlines serve as guides to help me when I start coloring in all the shadows. I do this because it sort of divides the face into smaller, more manageable sections for me. As you can see, unlike my digital drawings where I like to build everything layer by layer, I'm starting to fill things out really dark right away. This seems like a bad way of doing things because if I make a mistake it's hard to erase and I have to start over, but that's the reason I'm doing it this way. It really forces me to focus and train myself to accurately draw the shadows and shapes I see in front of me. If you want to try this yourself, I highly recommend it because it will improve your skills as an artist. Like I said in my first video, I started making these to force myself to practice and to become a better artist myself. I want to point out how here I'm slowly building the face as I go down. I'm breaking apart everything into sections and filling them in as I go, which is why I'm comfortable coloring into sections so dark. The key here is patience and taking your time to ensure that you get the best results. So here I've mostly finished the face and I'm starting to move on to the body. Look what I did for the face. I'm going to do a rough outline of the shape of the arms and the jersey. I need to make sure I get the proportions right here, so When I'm looking at the reference image, I train myself by using little cues like how far the arm is to the left of the ear and looking at the size of the gaps between the face and the arms to determine where to position everything. Little things like that help me align things to the best of my ability. However, I still mess up, and in this drawing you'll see that I do mess up, but that's okay because it's just a practice drawing, so I will get better. Here you see where I messed up. As you can see, I'm erasing part of the right side because when I was drawing the letters on the jersey, I ran out of space for the letter S, which means I messed up somewhere. I figured that I probably drew them too narrow and I drew the right side too small, but it was probably a combination of things, and I probably also started letters way too far to the right. Regardless, I adjusted the lines based on what I felt looked right and I moved on ahead. I'm sure you can tell that the shadows here on the underside of the arm look a lot rougher. Because this area is much larger than the face, I'm planning on using a brush technique to smooth it out a little bit later. If you've ever done the finger rub shadow thing when you were a kid, then you know exactly what I'm about to do here. I'm going to smooth out the rougher lines with this paintbrush instead of using my finger. This will ensure that I have more control and that my smoothing will be a lot cleaner. Using the brush also avoids the mess that comes with using your fingers, which is good because I want to avoid leaving fingerprints and smudges all over this drawing. For the letters here, I'm really just slowly going in and filling them out. It's one of the last things I need to do, so I'm not rushing it. I'm just taking my time to ensure they look right. Alright guys, so here is the finished product. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. If you want to see me do more of these kinds of videos where I step away from digital drawing, let me know in the comment section below. Also, if you have any suggestions for my next drawing, drop those comments as well. Thank you so much for your time. Until next time, peace.